Whoa, new location. Let me talk to you guys just for a second, because this is a little bit of a different video. If you've caught up to really what's going on in the industry, a lot of times you may catch the fact that there is something bigger that goes on in the automotive space, right? There's a lot of money that comes into it, and there's a lot of money that comes out of it. And a lot of times that money is dependent upon, what is the term? There's a term for it. It's called, banks giving you money because you can't save more than $22 because you really want to go to Taco Thursday. Now, this is a thing that's been going on for quite a while, and now there's some news that's coming through the fence that I think is gonna impact the prices of cars and may actually help us just a teeny tiny bit. I'm Alex, Alex.Martini with 2 underscores at the end, and today we're gonna be talking about why I think this may finally be one of the first inflection points that's gonna cause people to start maybe saving a little bit more money and finally being able to get some cars that don't cost an arm, a leg, a kidney, and your firstborn. Oh, and if you haven't yet, be sure to check out alexmartini.net so that you can actually get your email added to the newsletter. We're doing a really cool drop in the middle of June, probably more towards the end of June now, just because everything's taken a little bit longer, and it is RuneScape themed, and I'm super stoked for it, so it'd mean a lot if you could. Don't forget to subscribe as well, and drop a comment. Every single comment I'm responding to, so it would mean a lot if you could do that for me, and we can just have a little chit chat. Sometimes the comments are great, and sometimes they make me wonder what the heck y'all are on. But hey, let's jump into it. Over the past few years, you've noticed that the automotive industry, in terms of buying parts and buying the cars themselves, have been a little bit nutty. The prices on cars have always gone up. This is normal, but especially over probably the last 3 or 4 years, things have gotten a little bit wild.
It's getting weird.
Most notably after probably February of 2020. We saw everything that happened in 2020. I'm sure everyone's sick and tired of talking about it, but everything that came from that was a little bit of an odd duck. You had a lot of companies making a lot of money. You had a lot of people making a lot of money. And in all honesty, you just had a lot of money in a lot of places.
Who would have thought? Not me.
And this was causing a lot of people to jump in and spend more money in places that they typically shouldn't. They were spending more money in their hobbies.
New card. What do you think?
They're spending more money on the normal stuff that they used to spend $2 for. Now they're spending $4 for, because quite honestly, it is worth getting name brand orange juice. It is not worth getting the basic, whatever that's called, like that comes in the bag, trash. I want some no pulp goodness, okay? But over time, the cost of product started to go up. And even though people had a little bit more money, the cost of getting that product continued to rise. And this was this weird thing called inflation. This is where a lot of times people started to complain about just how expensive things were becoming to get. And it wasn't like crazy expensive stuff. It wasn't a 993 Porsche 911. Sure, those had gone up in price, but that really wasn't what we were talking about. We were talking about like gas. We were talking about oil. We were talking about electricity. We were talking about the basic fundamental things that just continue to go up and up and up in price. And a lot of times what that came down to was the fact that there was a lot of supply chain constraints that were happening in the industry, not just on the auto side, but everywhere. And we were all kind of hoping that it would calm down, that eventually there'd be some point where the market would start to what they would call cool. And in the automotive scene, this was something that they were really, really hoping for. If you sell, or you know people that sell, or you manufacture your own automotive parts and you've been in the scene for the last 2 or 3 years, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody talks about how busy they are, but they were just really hoping that it would kind of clear up, maybe calm down a little bit so that they could get ahead of everything that was coming their way. And there was massive growth in the industry until about 6 or 7 months ago, when things started to get almost too expensive. Now, here's where this gets really interesting for people like you and people like me, is because when it comes down to being in the automotive space, everything costs money. And the cost of doing anything in the automotive scene recently is substantially higher than it was just a couple of years ago. Over the past 6 or 7 months, things started to get almost too expensive. People were still buying stuff, but in the automotive space, which had come into a hobby, people stopped really spending money. They didn't want to spend $6,000 on a set of wheels and tires that cost $4,000 last year. And that could be said for even cars. Things that used to cost 10 grand now cost 20. People that were buying 350Zs in 2019, you could get them for 7,500 bucks, and now they're going for 20 grand. For no reason. Now, while all this was happening, the Fed and a lot of people around the Fed that are much smarter than me figured that eventually it would die down naturally. It would be something where it would just kind of straighten itself out. It would just fix itself, because that's typically how we all solve our problems. We just think that they'll go away and they'll just kind of sort themselves out.
It's false. No way. Not this time.
But they didn't. Now, they've been trying to fix this sort of inflation issue for the past 4 or 5 months. And I'm not gonna claim to be a macroeconomist. I'm not gonna claim to talk about financial literacy, and I'm not gonna claim to tell you what you should or shouldn't do with your crypto. They've been trying to improve the consumer position in the market by increasing interest rates. It's really as simple as that. Now, here's why I think it's good for the car enthusiasts, people again, like you and people like me and people that want to get back into the scene where they could actually have the hobby be a hobby and not have it take so much of the rest of our lifestyle, because that's really what it's been about over the past couple of years. And I'll quite honestly say, I hope that this works, and I have no idea if it actually will. If you go out there and you look at getting a car loan right now, you can get a car loan for a relatively good price, or at least you used to. I remember that, in fact, they called it free money in 2020 and 2021.
Madam, I want to give you some free cash. Free cash, £5 for you. No cash.
Because you could get a car loan for like 0.99% interest rate, which is practically nothing. It's better off to get a loan on a car than to pay for it in cash, because you could take that cash and go put it somewhere and make like 4%. And it made sense. And so there was no real risk to loaning money. There was no real risk to go to your local credit union or go to your local bank and get a car loan or get a home equity line of credit and go fund your car adventures, which meant that things kept going up in price, but people just kept loaning out money and getting it anyway. This interest rate thing that they're essentially trying to do, or did as of, I think, like yesterday, is essentially trying to curb that a little bit. It's trying to make it so that home mortgage rates and interest rates and consumer loans and car loans and all those sort of things go up. And the price of actually lending out gets a little bit harder for people, which is never really a good thing, specifically if you're on a budget. But this isn't about if you're on a budget. This is if you're a car enthusiast. This is if you're actually gonna be jumping into a car that's going to eventually be affordable again. And here's why I think this is going to do that. When you look at any time that you have free money out there, a lot of times things just get more expensive. And that is the simplest way I could possibly explain it. And when it gets harder to get free money, sometimes you think twice about swiping your debit card, or you think twice about buying a $25,000 350Z.
Not me.
They're finally starting to put some sense of it together to try and make it a little bit harder to just buy stuff. If you don't have the cash, that it's gonna be harder for you to buy stuff. And I think by doing that, you're gonna see this top end of people buying cars for free money start to go away. And it's now start to go back to the way things were, where you could really only get those things if you had a good amount of money saved down, or if you just had the cash entirely. Why this is good for you is because a lot of times right now, normal day consumers, just normal enthusiasts, aren't sitting on a gold mine on cash. They're not sitting on a gold mine of loans, and they certainly aren't like having these massive portfolios that they can just borrow from to go buy a bunch of cars. Most people just work a 9 to 5, play some Teamfight Tactics, maybe play some Forza Horizon. And they may make a burger every once in a while, all right? Or a salad, maybe a Moscow Mule at home. They're not going and changing the world. They just wanna have fun. And it's been impossible to do that because everything is so expensive, because there are people and companies out there that are driving up the price of everything because they can get that free money. By increasing the interest rate, it is going to do some other weird stuff, and I'm not even talking about anything else, but I do think it's gonna help in terms of bringing down the cost of cars. You're gonna see people not being able to say the 350Z is worth 20 grand anymore, because banks aren't gonna loan out 20 grand anymore. They're gonna loan out 12, like they should, because a 350Z is not worth 20 grand if it's 17 different colors and it's got 200,000 miles. It's just not how it goes. And you're gonna see that go away, which I think is gonna be awesome. It finally makes some cars attainable again, or at least hopeful. I'm hopeful that it makes some cars obtainable again. The same thing can be said for car parts. And here's why I say that. When things start to cool down and interest rates go up, it may not affect you that much, but it affects businesses a lot. A lot of times when they're running and gunning and they're trying to make millions of dollars and they're scaling like crazy because everybody was smart. Everybody was a winner in 2020. Everybody was the best person in the whole wide world. And now things are going back to being, you actually have to be good at running a business. Now people are learning that it's actually hard to keep, good growth, and it's hard to keep things on the shelves, and it's hard to actually, do business. Versus 2020 was super easy. It was kind of like playing RuneScape and not dying ever. Now it's a little bit of an Iron Man mode and you kind of have to figure yourself out. That's happening here. And finally, these companies are gonna have to slow down a little bit in terms of focusing on, okay, well, let's just go acquire more businesses, acquire more businesses, acquire more businesses. And now it's gonna be a little bit more about, hey, let's slow down. Let's make sure we have what we need to supply our current market. Let's make sure that we have options available for these people that no longer are able to have free money. Maybe let's focus on the car platforms that are more obtainable for the car enthusiast. And maybe let's stop treating every single market segment as a cash cow. These businesses are going to have to slow down. A lot of these acquisitions that are happening in the industry are going to slow down. Now, I have no idea if this is going to work. It's obviously a big deal. 0.75, 75 basis points, all right? I sound like a finance person. I don't know if it's gonna do anything. But what I do know is that people have been buying like crazy for the last couple of years, and it's been hurting a lot of people that don't have the means to just have the extra cash laying around. Now, is having a higher interest rate probably gonna hurt us on some car stuff? Sure. But it's gonna make 90% of the cars that we wanna buy cheaper. Is it gonna hurt us on if we wanna take out a loan, if we wanna get some car parts? Yeah, probably. But should you be taking out loans for car parts anyway? Probably not. And I think that's a good thing. I think that hopefully we're starting to see some sort of flipping of the market just a little bit here. And the reason why I'm talking about this versus like talking about something else is because it's been really hard to be a car enthusiast for the past couple of years. It's been really hard to jump into it and not need to spend a ton of money. And most of the people still are making 15 bucks an hour, 16 bucks an hour, and even getting that has been like pulling tooth and nail versus how the cost of everything has gone up substantially, and it just can't keep up. And I do think the automotive industry and car enthusiasts need a little bit of help, and I'm hopeful that this is a little bit of help. Now, if you're buying a house, probably not a good time. If you're buying a car, it's probably not a good time. If you're finally starting to just hold and maybe have a little cash in your pocket, now might be a pretty good time to be a car enthusiast. And I'm hopeful that maybe, just maybe, we'll start to see some teetering out of overpricing cars and overpricing car parts and making everything impossible to get. And just maybe things will become a little bit more obtainable for people like you and people like me. But what do you think? Do you even care about any of this information, or do you just want to go skirt around the corner? Let me know in the comment section below, and of course, don't forget to subscribe. Drop a comment on what you think this is gonna do, if you think it's gonna help or not. I'd really like to hear your thoughts, and I'd also like to hear if you disagree. It's okay to disagree with me. I'm just learning as I go, but one thing that I really am not okay with is the fact that people are all right spending $25,000 for a Mazda Miata. That is not okay. It's not okay. I don't know where people are getting this money. Don't do it, all right? Let the market calm down. Maybe the prices will come down a little bit and we'll see some different builds. You guys let me know what you think. I'm Alex, Alex.Martini with 2 underscores, and we will see you later. Peace. You set.